As a pre-service teacher, I've learned that we're a bunch of wild thrill seekers on a ride of a lifetime. We've learned more than we can imagine and have grown above and beyond. Much of this adventure has been a ride well suited for those sitting in a kayak floating down the river. To kayak, you must choose paths, overcome barriers, and propel yourself into areas unknown. It is this kayak adventure that I often relate my entire elementary education career, but have specifically seen it fit during the creation and implementing my literacy manifesto. Through this manifesto, I was able to truly evaluate and define my own beliefs on the importance of choosing instructional approaches best suited to my current students and my future students. After defining my beliefs in literacy, I was able to support them with numerous amounts of instruction. I was given many opportunities during my first block of methods, including teaching whole groups with a phonics strategy lesson, small groups during my grade-to-grade literacy instructional lessons, and individual children during my involvement in Writer's Workshop. All of these opportunities required me to support and accommodate with each interaction, as all students require a wide variety of needs. Many of these needs became noticeable shortly after my interactions with the students. As an instructor, I had to learn how to teach from a developmental perspective. It was my responsibility to assess the individual stages of literacy that my students were at, so I may better provide individualized instruction. One way this assessment was reached was with the knowledge of the early childhood developmental continuum. Students would produce their best writing, and I would be able to see that they were either late emergent or early transitional, and I would know what to expect of my students. It was with this knowledge of each student's literacy development that I am able to support all students and attend to their diverse strengths and needs. During this course of methods, I was able to implement many forms of instruction. These included word work activities, read-alouds, silent reads, graphic organizers, and even sensory bags. During my third grade unit, I noticed that my small group desired hands-on, tactical education to get the most of my instruction. Being able to accommodate to this and provide them with an activity that required only your sense of smell and sense of touch proved to be an exceptional way to get them knowledgeable of plant parts. With the variety of instructional strategies, I was able to successfully create appropriate lesson plans for each group of students. All of my lesson plans were developed around a series of appropriate Michigan grade level objectives for language arts. I was even able to use a few of my favorite science core standards. These included both plant objectives and weather objectives. All lessons contained common core standards in the most essential ways that provided fun and engaging activities. While science standards and lessons stuck out as my favorite, all lessons incorporated fundamental phonics, vocabulary, and comprehension instruction. I was able to use multiple word work activities to provide instruction on phonic awareness, cueing systems, all through my second grade lessons. I was also able to work on comprehension strategies during my whole group read aloud lesson in my placement classroom. I learned and implemented the importance of visiting and revisiting all comprehension and phonics strategies to ensure that literacy fluency is met for each student. After the understanding of phonics and comprehension comes student writing. Through my placement and my many grade-to-grade lessons, I was able to support a wonderful amount of children's writing. Many of my lessons required writing responses to either readings, pictures, or just overall instruction. One great example of this involved graphic organizers throughout my third grade unit. I found it to be important to support my writing and my students' writing to be kept organized and involved in the formation of the informational reports. We use 3D graphic organizers, writing webs, and strawberry-shaped organizers, and many more. It was with options and encouragement that I saw the best of my students' writing being produced. Another way I was able to support my students was with the level of interest in drawing on their inquiry. I learned the importance of setting up my lesson plans in a way that would not only meet the necessary educational requirements, but also be in sync with my students and what they wanted to learn and how they could learn it best. My third grade unit, again, allowed me to practice this. Our first week, we set aside time to learn what those students wanted and expected and desired from me as a teacher and of their lessons. They were able to let me know that they would learn best from art and creation, as well as those hands-on activities with the plants. The lessons where these expectations were implemented proved to be the most successful. Supporting all of my students' interests made it easy to assess their literacy. Although assessing literacy was a learned skill throughout the semester, I eventually was able to model it for my students. From the very beginning, I was able to practice assessing the literacy skills of my kindergartners all the way up to giving my third graders their own self-evaluating rubric for their informational reports. All of this assessment was made successful through the use of balanced literacy throughout the semester. I was able to make my way through grades and was able to see the importance of providing a literacy program that matched the theory of working my way through high teacher support to low teacher support. I was able to practice reading aloud to my first graders and went all the way to challenging my third graders to independent reading of scientific articles. I was also able to work on interactive writing with my second graders and witness independent writing at Writer's Workshop in Miss Pruner's classroom. All of this was made possible with the use of a variety of literacy materials and resources. With the instruction I have received throughout my methods classes, especially this one, I was equipped with the knowledge of proven research to successfully educate students in language arts. I was able to use a variety of literature, art supplies, technology, and much more to assure that my assignments would best meet the needs of my students. It was with the help of all of the positive influences around me that I have grown as a professional. With quality-driven professors, mentors, and peers, I'm able to be the best that I can be. I've grown professionally because of this course and because of all of the people you see in these photos. I look forward to growing during my time as a pre-service teacher and beyond.